Good evening. This is Chart Gal Lori bringing to you the Fab4 futures. Tonight we'll go over our regular four, and then we're also going to go over gold. I think there's an interesting setup that's forming on gold. Interesting day today. The bears were on crusade, starting with RTY. We're starting with the weakest to the strongest today, and of course RTY was definitely by far the weakest, and again pointing out still getting hung up on that 0.5 retrace at 1331.80. We are forming an outside week. So let me delete all of that. An outside week where this bar is engulfing the prior bar. We still have 2 days left on this candle. It could close a little bit differently, but let's just look at what an outside reversal is. This was the best demonstration or depiction I could find for an outside reversal. So this would be the definition of a bullish outside reversal candle, where this candle engulfs the prior candle, and then you need to have a confirmation candle to confirm this trend change via candles. So this would be to the upside. If we close the week with a red week, outside week, that would be a bearish engulfing, and this is a reversal trend. So this is a bearish outside reversal, and then we would, if we were to get that reversal candle, then that would confirm this downtrend. So just something to be aware of. We're getting a large range on the week. Not saying what will happen, not trying to predict the future. I don't have those type of capabilities, but just wanted to bring it to your attention. Okay, so on RTY, we had this 4 hour equilibrium that broke bear when we lost 1296.70. We formed a small 4 hour bear flag and then resumed to the downside. We have support of this, the low of this move, 1208.10, then 1200 psychological, and then 1189. Again, I like the 4 hour time frame. Futures trade a lot longer than just say IWM compared to RTY. We trade 23 hours approximately per day, 5 days a week. Not exactly, but you get the drift. And 4 hour gives us a little bit better picture of what's going on. So as discussed, the bears needed larger bear volume to pull price down, and they really showed up and showed out today. Your resistance on the 4 hour for RTY, 1244 and 1279. Let's just kind of zoom out again on the daily. I wanted to show you this 50 MA, the yellow line. We're finding a little bit of support where we bounced today, but let's look at odds. What do the odds favor? So the last daily high is up at 1341. The odds favor a lower high relative to this high of 1341. Now the question is, will it be a bear flag? Or we have a very low bounce. Lord, that's the worst flag. Y'all get what I mean. Something like this. Or will we have a high enough bounce to give enough room for a higher low? We have broken the daily uptrend, and I'm just calling this out on RTY because it is a little bit more obvious on RTY than it is on ES. On ES, we have a lot of people calling for a double bottom, but that is not the case with the other three large sectors. So something to note: elevated bear volume today. And we did lose that low of 1220. We made a low of 1208.10. So it'll be something to watch if you're trading overnight to see if, again, gives us that little bear flag formation that we were able to trade today on the 4 hour. Just a perfect little bear flag. So just something to watch overnight. Okay, you have your support and resistance levels. And on RTY, we lost the daily uptrend. YM, again, bearish outside candle forming on the week. It's not finished, it's not closed. Getting hung up on that 50% retrace on the weekly. Daily, we lost the daily uptrend. So we found support at 22,980. So we clearly lost this 23,208. So we had this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. We broke to a lower low. So I'd like to also point out on YM, we definitely have a head and shoulders type shape. This is a wonky head, but we still have it. The neckline is down at 22,814. So if we were to lose 22,814, that would be notable. The measured move on that would be the height of the head. This is Bulkowski's measured move theory, and that's about 2,000 points to the downside below 22,814, which would be approximately 20814. Doesn't mean it will happen. It just gives us a yardstick, if you will, as to potential targets. So 22,814, pretty key for me on all of these sectors for related to all the sectors, that's a pretty key level for me for YM. Just want to point out to you IYT. We've looked at all the other sectors and we have seen the weakness in NES and RTY. But the IYT, the transportation sector of Dow, is really weak. This has been a terrible bounce. We couldn't even get over 0.382, and it's really dragging the Dow down. So this would be a potential short if you were looking to short the Dow and you wanted to look for a stock or it's not technically a stock, an ETF to possibly go short or puts. IYT may be a good candidate considering it is definitely going to the downside. And again, want to just make it clear, RTY has been our canary. RTY broke bear yesterday, 5 minutes before SPY, and then it was just a domino effect with the other sectors. RTY is our canary. Okay, ES. So with ES, we're getting hung up on that 0.618 resistance again on weekly and 26 EMA. Nothing's really changed there. On the daily, we got a double bottom. We stopped here at 2786 and then support 2771 on elevated bear volume. We're well above the 50 MA on the daily for SPY for ES futures. Our support 2771 and 271725. Our resistance 2947 and 2965. NASDAQ is in no jeopardy of losing the daily uptrend. We did have elevated bear volume today, and excuse me, sorry about that. We did have elevated bear volume, but we are still head and shoulders. Oh, that's not a good analogy. We're still well above the 12 EMA and the 26 EMA on the daily. So our resistance on shorter term time frames is 9202 and 9345. Your support 8878 and 8877. And let me just go back and give you the resistance on the 4 hour. It is 2876 and 2939 on ES, and you have support at 2786 and 2771. NASDAQ. Let me get NASDAQ. I think I gave you that resistance of 9202, 9345, and then that support of 8878. Yes, I did. Okay, gave you that. Sorry, kids, they got me all discombobulated. So on the daily, we have this channel to watch with NASDAQ, just something to be aware of. And I'd also just like to point out the fly in the ointment for the SPY bears will be NASDAQ. IWM is not part of SPY. It has been a clue, a canary for the other sectors. However, NASDAQ is part of SPY, and NASDAQ is much stronger than the other four sectors. So as you can see for SPY sectors, 31% of the SPY sector is technology. So that's why the NASDAQ, the strength has really been propping up SPY, and it kept, I shouldn't say it kept, there's definitely tons of variables that go into this, but it definitely held that 2771 support, only broke it. It did not break it today on the daily. And that's thanks to NASDAQ. And then finally, we have gold. Gold, we have weekly inside bars that are on watch for me. The resistance is 1735 and support is 1683. As you can see, we have a weekly bull flag. We are getting really tight on the daily. That daily resistance is, let me clear all this out. That daily resistance again, 1735.50, and then our nearby support, 1692. Odds favor the bulls because of the preceding trend. We trade the preceding trend. The preceding trend was up, so it favors up. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Sorry about the small interruptions. Trying to get my flow down for futures Fab4 evening. Let's see what the bears can manage tonight, and I hope you have a great evening.